Welcome everybody, TheMadRambo here. Today we found out some news. Today's date is 4th of April 2021. The news that has been breaking, if you're in the Discords, the Twitters, any social media, you might have heard about it, but the president of Novaquark has changed hands. It is no longer JC. This probably comes as surprising news for most of us. But would this be why we haven't heard any communication from JC since November, December? His last thing on what's coming in 2021, the updates. So Novaquark's president's changed hands. It is now Nicolas Granatino, also another person that lives in France. The big news I can take from this at the moment is, well, really, this was JC's baby. This was JC's dream. This was his project he wanted. Maybe that's what slowed us all down on the updates happening. We've seen it happen with other studios. So who is Mr. Nicolas Granatino? Many of you will probably be asking if none of you have managed to get onto this site. So Nicolas Granatino, who has been the chair of Novaquark, so has been the president of Novaquark since the 2nd of April, which was Friday. He also is the president of another company called Brick Chain. Now, Brick Chain is a stock company. It's been active for 3 years, located in Paris. Achieved a total turnover in 2019 of only €8,000, 7,900, and total decreased by 66% by 2018 to 2019. Bit worrying for dual universe players. It's a joint stock company, only 1 to 2 employees. Is this the reason why communication for many months now has been next to none? They will try and say it's not, but it has been. Maybe they've had investors breathing down their neck. They were just trying to hold on. Everyone's screaming for transparency. And look, we can only guess. Is money running out? Have they failed their investments promises? I, for one, am a massive advocate for passion. JC seemed to have the passion. Did the passion run out? Or was it forced? Was it forced by someone else's hand? Will they ever give us this information? I don't know. I can't see him giving us too much information. But apparently, Elias Villard, with his usual bit of inside about what happened, Novaquark is being bought by a technology venture capital company just from this weekend, and that's where the president has changed over. So the company that's taken over, as I said, was Andurance Ventures LLP. And their current portfolio companies advertised on by Andurance Ventures principles are Chronicle, which is a collaborative content creation and enrichment, In Player, which is a video monetization platform, and now obviously Novaquark Dual Universe. So what we can understand is JC and, well, we may as well call Nicholas NG. They were best buddies in school, or buddies in school. He was one of the investors into Dual Universe for Novaquark. It could have been a bit of a hostile takeover. Was it part of the requirements? It's been in development for 7 years. Or was it time for JC to step down? It all comes down to now business practice. Does AV put more money into NQ and continue the dual universe development? Could be questionable business practice there. What about selling off the patents and assets, which could be probably more likely of what might happen? You've got the server tech that they could sell off, the voxel tech that they could sell off. It all depends on what the investors want, and with NG being one of the main investors, but it definitely looks more like a contractual timeline it was hit, and that would more likely be why the presidency has changed. Like I said, it's a shame. JC's vision was absolutely outstanding. I loved it. I still love Your Universe. I've got massive concerns about it. The 0.23 patch was a disaster. 0.24 patch, in my eyes, was pretty much a disaster. The communication on the side of it as well was absolutely terrible. Did that stop most people playing? Probably did. We've seen a massive deflux, if you want to call it that, of content creators from it. No, that isn't the be-all and end-all of a game or a production of a game, but it also does have a bearing of an impact. Less people watching it. If people aren't streaming it, then there's going to be people not playing it. People not playing it means people are not going to be subscribing to it, which in turn brings a downturn of monthly subscribers, which brings in less money for Novigrok, for Dual Universe. With NG and JC being friends at school, there's a personal link. So we can only hope that Dual Universe will continue to strive and get better. That would be one of the reasons why AV surely backed the project. Surely that's why they invested in it. They seen the potential there. Obviously, each business has to make money, though. Whether it's gaming or something else, it's a business. You just set out to make money. But yeah, so Andurance Ventures, who is now the president of Andurance Ventures, is now the president of Novigrok Dual Universe. It is an independent technology venture capital firm based in good old London, founded by NG and Pierre. It's focused on digital media, content management, and knowledge economy enabler startups in a converging consumer enterprise and ecosystems. So we can only, I will keep on saying this, it's more of a hope. And I hope that we get some solid information from NQ, from Dual Universe, from the people that know, that they'll release some information to us as what's gone on why it's happened. They don't have to, but I think they should, just to ease the nerves of the player base, of the people who are subscribing, who are giving NQ the money. I've seen a lot of talk about, is this going to go the same way as Landmark? There's still some PTSD out there with Landmark, another voxel-based game, that it shut down. We don't want that to happen with DU. Me and numerous countless other people I know still enjoy the game. We know there's a lot more that needs to be done, a lot more that needs to be worked on. But this is big news. This is big news. Is this because of the failings of the latest patches? Is this why we haven't been getting the communication that we all want? So it's a case of, does the new president, do the people who's just taken it over carry on investing, or do they try and sell the assets on? Time will tell. Communication is the key point now. That will tell. Hopefully we'll find out something in the next few days. I think that's unlikely. We're not going to get a video of what's happened with the new guy. We do miss the videos in JC. JC did become a meme in the end, but we backed him and his vision. This is the big swaying point here now. A lot of us backed his vision of what was coming. But thank you guys. Stay safe out there. Any more information, I'll try and release another video. Take care. Goodbye.